think my gun's broken. Yeah, right about there. It don't look straight no more. I think I might have broke it when I was fixing it. So, I just touched up everything with the Rust-Oleum that I had painted with Krylon, so everything would match 100%. So that wasn't really a big deal because it was so close. I mean, it almost matched anyway. And then I did a lot of blast cabinet work today and blasted all the new stuff that I had bought. I've got this nice Viking Tactical offset. It's my favorite offset mount. I have owned one before, and I ended up trading it away with my High Point 995 that I customized. So I was missing it, so I got one. This is a Krelant V31A. It's an odd diameter, and it's like 0.84 diameter, but it has a very narrow area that's like that, and then it comes up and it's a little bit bigger, so it doesn't fit in hardly any mounts. But what's really nice about this Viking Tactical is it has an insert which was for 0.81. So what I did was, very tediously, I filed it out with a file, because this is like Zytel or something that's really nice to work with, and sanded it and got it to fit. It was quite a bit of work, actually. First I started off with the drill press and a step bit, and what you shouldn't do is you shouldn't hold anything and apply it to a drill press, because boy, that sucker spun around and tore my finger right open. And then I didn't really learn my lesson, so I was holding it in this hand and I tore this hand open. So I finally said, okay, let's break out the hand file. This will be a lot safer. The angle lever grip here, I took it completely apart and I masked it off, so some of it would be black and some of it would be green, and just to sort of match the whole black and green theme. And plus, it's just sort of the way it broke apart. It's just how it worked out. What else? Another little doodad. I took off the giant knobby quick release deal because it annoyed me. It just didn't look right. I didn't like it. And I put on this cool Magpul clone. You know, you get the Magpul PTS, which is cheap enough, right? Well, this is a clone of a Magpul PTS. It didn't even have the right kind of screw. The screw wouldn't go in, nothing. And when it did go in, it stuck out like 1/8 of an inch. So I ground down the tip of the screw, and I ground down the head. I chucked it up in my drill, and I ground down the head so it would actually fit. And I touched it up with a black Sharpie. So even this had to get modded to fit. But I think it looks better than the other thing. And it's more universal. You can clip just about anything to it. So that's a little change on it. And then, as you can see, the rest of it's that new Rust-Oleum Deep Forest green. The only thing I didn't get to paint was the insert, because I was so busy fiddling and filing and fluffing around with it at the last minute. I didn't paint that, but I don't think I'm too worried about it. And I didn't want to paint the Krelant because I wasn't sure if I liked it. It's only 450 lumens, only. But the thing is, it's a giant flood, so you don't get that throw. But I was checking out in the woods. I think it's good to about 45, 50 yards. That's about it. This baby here, this will go a good 75, almost 100. Depends on how much you want to see. But yeah, this also fits in that offset. But it's so big. It's such a big light, and it's heavy, and it's big. And so I thought it was more in keeping with the theme of this being kind of a small folding gun. If I was going to put something on it that I can't take off easily, because you know this isn't quick release, I wanted it to be as kind of small as possible. All this other stuff can come off. This can come off, that can come off, and it can stope in a pretty flat zone. This is about as lumpy as it gets. If you look down it, you'll see that it is narrower though than the grip. So when I take the grip off, it is going to save me about 1 inch in width. And this adds about, I guess, 1.5 inches off the side of the barrel, but off the actual gun, maybe just 1 inch. So about as close to fitting as I could get. I didn't want to put this directly under the barrel because I don't really want to handle the gun that much right now, but basically this is right where my finger is. It's very easy to trigger. Now this does light up this zone of the sight, you know, but it doesn't affect my ability to see the sight inside this little shadowy shroud thing, so that's pretty cool. Works good with the red dot, no problem that. This light is opposed to the red dot, so the lit up barrel is invisible through the optics, so that's pretty cool. But, you know, you really don't want anything lighting your barrel up, but I really kind of like how small that is and everything, so I'm just going to play with that for a little while.